Hello and welcome back to Bluebird Motorcar. On the ramp today we have a Ford Focus with the 1 litre EcoBoost engine. Now this customer got in touch with me asking for a wet belt replacement. The car's been to a few other places, had quite a few issues with it. It's had to have a new turbo, apparently it's had a wet belt quite recently, as short as 10,000 miles ago. Anyway, it's got a engine management light on the dashboard when it comes in. Now the customer mentioned to me obviously that he's still experiencing these issues. Mostly is related to boost pressure performance. Now this other garage where it's been to, an EcoBoost specialist. Now I don't claim to be an EcoBoost specialist, wet timing belt specialist perhaps, but an EcoBoost specialist no. But anyway, it's been to this garage specialising in EcoBoost. Said the reason why your car's not running properly is because the timing belt is delaminating and it needs replacing again. 10,000 miles, it seems a little bit far-fetched that. So let's have a little look into it and see if we can work out what's going wrong with it. So I have gone ahead and plugged the scanner in, and fault code in there is supercharger, turbocharger, under boost. So, turbocharger issue. Let's check the state of the turbocharger. Now on the surface, the turbocharger looks like it's basically brand new. Put my hand into the impeller and I feel it and it'll spin nice and freely, and there's no play in the turbine at all. Now one thing I did notice as the car was being driven into the garage is that the engine had a bit of a concerning tapping noise. Let's fire the car up and I'll show you what I mean. And just after having a little look around on the actuator, on the turbo, I found that the arm is moving to and from quite quickly, and if I stop it from doing that, the noise goes away. So that got me thinking, what's the vacuum pump up to? And if you pull this pipe off, it's actually not doing a vacuum thing anymore. It's blowing quite violently and it's shooting oil everywhere. So we've got a clear issue with that vacuum pump. Now I know that these little plastic valves do go wrong, but apparently it's already been replaced. So then I had a conversation with the customer and said, well, instead of me replacing the wet timing belt like the other garages as advised you do, would you like me to diagnose and repair the car properly? To which he said, yes, of course I do. So we're going to put a vacuum pump on this, and I'm willing to bet that all the car's issues, once it's been replaced, will have gone. So let's get this vacuum pump removed. Quite a simple task, to be fair. This hose needs to come off, which is for the brake servo, which is already slightly damaged, but it should be okay. There's a couple of 8mm bolts. Need to take the solenoid valve off, vacuum control valve off, out of the way, and in no time we'll this vacuum pump off. So give me a minute, we'll have it off. Short time later, the vacuum pump has been removed. If we look over here, here's the old part, and we've just been out and got a nice fresh unit. So we're going to install this now and retest. New vacuum pump has been installed now. So all I'm going to do, we'll fire the car up and let's see if that horrible rattly noise from the actuator arm here is still there. So we'll just fire her up. And initially it sounds a lot better. That arm isn't moving side to side as it was before. Well, this is really good news. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the car completely back together. We'll take it for a road test, clear them fault codes, and let's see if it boosts properly. So we're just sat in the car now. before we go on a test drive, I'm going to get rid of this fault code. So we start with a clean slate, we'll take it for a drive, see if it boosts properly, and also see if an engine management light comes back on the dashboard. But I have a feeling it should be okay now. Well, that's fault code's cleared. Let's get it out of the garage and take it for a spin. Well, taking it for a test drive, and it drives spot on. That turbo is now kicking in exactly when it should, and there's no more warning message on the dashboard. It really does concern me that this car has been to a EcoBoost specialist. Highlight the word specialist there, and they've been told that it needs a wet belt because it's degrading, and that's the reason why it's not boosting properly. This wasn't a particularly hard diagnosis. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost for words with this one, but I do look forward to ringing the customer and letting him know that his car is now sorted and he's running really good, because he came to me this morning clearly frustrated, having had a car that's not been running properly for, the watch is telling me off, having had issues with this car for months and months, when this could have been resolved if it was diagnosed correctly in the first place. But anyway, it's sorted now. Really appreciate you watching the video if you made it all the way to the end. If you are watching on YouTube, if you could give me a subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. If you're watching on TikTok, a follow, a like, a share, or any kind of feedback on any platform is super appreciated. Stay tuned for the next video. If you need any mechanical work carried out, Bluebird Motorcar, find us on Google, give us a call, we'll get it fixed straight away. Thank you.